We were talking about board choices and wing choices today. It is absolutely flat pretty much. I couldn't be bothered paddling out on my shortboard. It is so small, what am I gonna do? Well, I have the right gear to still go have some fun. And in the previous video we were talking about board choices, and I have this 121 liter downwind board, and you can practically take off in flat waves, in nothingness. And because there's so much nothingness out there, I'm treating myself today to the Armstrong Pump Foil 1675. Intimidatingly big, but the goal is still, let's go and learn flat water starts and tiny bump starts and eventually go downwinding. So I haven't done this in a very long time. Yes, time is at essence for the consumer people out there. Full disclosure, middle-aged man here with kids, busy in life, producing videos, publishing stand-up magazine, selling Yucca Hawaii skateboards, having a part-time job. I'm not at the Malika Run every day, and neither are you, but we can still go have fun like weekend warriors. And I show you guys my setup. It's also not a fancy setup. It's an old mast, 72, and I don't like long masts when it's shallow out there for SUP foiling or for foiling all together in waves. It's just, I don't know, I did these long masts, are kind of like, not a fan of it. And it's an old setup. It's probably 3 years old by now, but it's doing just fine. And we're gonna go out and try this thing out in the nothingness. So I was really stoked on the last 2 hours on the water. Paddling out, yes, I've got that down. That is from years of stand-up paddling, and that's one thing. If you're not a stand-up paddler, SUP foiling is probably not the way to start. You definitely want to practice first with a regular SUP, maybe do a few downwinders, or at least practice in the waves, that's for sure. As far as the gear goes, I was on that Armstrong 1675, and wow, that thing is big and has so much lift, but when the bumps are so little, it's really what you want. And the board engages so fast and easy on the small bumps that you create that lift rather fast. So ultimately that's what I want, because I think if you can do a flat water start or start in the smallest bumps, then you really have this advantage once you're out in the open water. So to me, this is all about practicing that, and that's just what it was, paddling around, getting the board to know. And 21 inches, this is how wide this board is, and I sure wouldn't go an inch narrower, because it is, dang it, it's narrow for me. But what really makes it stable is that you have the foil underneath you with the mast, so that it really kind of gives the board actually a lot of stability. It's like having a big keel. It's like having a keel. So that's a big advantage. And then paddling for a wave with the smallest bumps, keeping the board straight. I kind of practiced that already a long time ago, so I somewhat, some way, somehow have my board straight. Still need some practice, but I'm getting there. And then once you're up on foil, it's fun. Like with that 1675, it just glides and you just stand there and that thing just goes and goes, and that's really cool. The foot placement, that's something that I need to work on, because I was kind of struggling. Where am I placing my feet? Sometimes I was trying to keep that foil down and I'm pushing down too hard, and with the length of the board, boom, there goes my nose straight into the water. So that's something that I need to find a sweet spot on. And I'm really stoked on my paddle as well. I got this black project paddle, perfect length, good paddle, good blade, and really transforms the energy really well into the water. So keep practicing, keep talking about it. You guys can be part of this progression session, and maybe one day we'll see you in a video going down a downwinder and we'll talk about this, how the real struggle is. We'll see you in the next video.